Of all tyrannies, a tyranny sincerely exercised for the good of its victims may be the most oppressive. It would be better to live under robber barons than under omnipotent moral busybodies. The robber baron's cruelty may sometimes sleep, his cupidity may at some point be satiated. But those who torment us for our own good will torment us without end, for they do so with the approval of their own conscience. When the whole world is running towards a cliff, he who is running in the opposite direction appears to have lost his mind. The descent to hell is easy, and those who begin by worshiping power soon worship evil. The safest road to hell is the gradual one, the gentle slope, soft underfoot, without sudden turnings, without milestones, without signposts. Good law must exist to restrain bad men, yet what man can restrain the tyrant in his own heart? A moderately bad man knows he is not very good. A thoroughly bad man thinks he is all right. You see, one very often finds that the people who are most moral are the people who will throw away your suitcase or burn your books if they think they are doing it for a good cause. You can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending. Hardships often prepare ordinary people for an extraordinary destiny. Integrity is doing the right thing, even when no one is watching. Humility is not thinking less of yourself, but thinking of yourself less. To love at all is to be vulnerable. Love anything, and your heart will be wrung and possibly broken. The task of the modern educator is not to cut down jungles, but to irrigate deserts. Pain insists upon being attended to. God whispers to us in our pleasures, speaks in our consciences, but shouts in our pains. It is his megaphone to rouse a deaf world. What you see and what you hear depends a great deal on where you are standing. It also depends on what sort of person you are. A man who is eating or lying with his wife or preparing to go to sleep in humility thanks God for the ordinary things. How far this is from the self-conscious gratitude of the Stoic. Christianity, if false, is of no importance, and if true, of infinite importance. The only thing it cannot be is moderately important. Relying on God has to begin all over again every day, as if nothing had yet been done. Education without values, as useful as it is, seems rather to make man a more clever devil. Miracles are a retelling in small letters of the very same story which is written across the whole world in letters too large for some of us to see. A proud man is always looking down on things and people, and of course, as long as you are looking down, you cannot see something that is above you. God cannot give us a happiness and peace apart from himself because it is not there. There is no such thing. I didn't go to religion to make me happy. I always knew a bottle of port would do that. If you want a religion to make you feel really comfortable, I certainly don't recommend Christianity. It is safe to tell the pure in heart that they shall see God, for only the pure in heart want to. Affection is responsible for 9/10 of whatever solid and durable happiness there is in our lives. If we find ourselves with a desire that nothing in this world can satisfy, the most probable explanation is that we were made for another world. You can never get a cup of tea large enough or a book long enough to suit me. Isn't it funny how day by day nothing changes, but when you look back, everything is different? The homemaker has the ultimate career. All other careers exist for one purpose only, and that is to support the ultimate career. The future is something which everyone reaches at the rate of 60 minutes an hour, whatever he does, whoever he is. When Christ died, he died for you individually just as much as if you had been the only man in the world. Experience, that most brutal of teachers. But you learn, my God, do you learn. The Christian does not think God will love us because we are good, but that God will make us good because he loves us. He who has God and everything else has no more than he who has God only. You're never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. A children's story that can only be enjoyed by children is not a good children's story in the slightest. Don't let your happiness depend on something you may lose. What saves a man is to take a step, then another step. It would seem that our Lord finds our desires not too strong, but too weak. If we really think that home is elsewhere and that this life is a wandering to find home, why should we not look forward to the arrival?